Hi, my name is Janet, and I'm 36. I'm single. I have a little beagle and a cat. My beagle's name is Zoe, and my cat's name is Asher. I was diagnosed in 1996 with Crohn's disease. I had just graduated high school and was starting college classes. I began to have severe diarrhea and lost a lot of weight. It was very scary at that time, but luckily I was one that got diagnosed pretty quickly. So I had my resection, my first surgery, in December of 1996. During that time, I was on prednisone, which is, to me, I call it the evil drug. I just don't like it. I'm sure you all know what the side effects are. My moods would go up and down, and my weight would go up and cause stretch marks, and it was kind of traumatic at the time being diagnosed with Crohn's because I didn't know a thing about it. I had never heard it, and I also, didn't know what my life would be like. I did some research, and then I was working during that time. I worked up until 1999, and that's when I got really sick. I had a stricture, and then they did surgery, and that caused a fistula, which went and closed. So I had 3 fistulas, and between 1999 and 2001, I was in the hospital more than I was home. And then I had to go to Cleveland Clinic to get my fistula repaired. And I applied for disability and was awarded disability. So at that time, I did various things. I volunteered with hospice. I tried to do as much as I could in the community where I lived, which was Michigan. I was born and raised there, and came down to Indiana in 2010. The reason I came down to Indiana in 2010 was because between 2007 and 2009, I had several surgeries and was in the hospital. I was on ventilators. I lost lots of blood. I had complications with my lungs, with my kidneys, with everything that you could think of. It just happened to me. So they finally did so many surgeries and gave me an ileostomy, and I had short gut syndrome, less than 2 feet of intestine. I talked to different people. I had great nurses, great doctors, but I never was able to really talk to people with Crohn's. I couldn't share, what I was going through because people just didn't understand. The whole thing about you don't look sick. Invisible illness. Well, I had to carry a bag around. I couldn't carry it. I had to wheel it around, the TPN bag. And I researched on Google because I was going to go on hospice, and I found that Indiana had a transplant center. So I came down for all the testing, and I was a candidate. I was listed March of 2010 and had to be down in Indiana. So I moved to Indianapolis, and on April 11th, 2010, I received the gift of life from a little boy, and he's my precious, precious gift. his family I think about all the time. I think about him all the time. And I'm just so thankful to be here. I'm thankful that I did get Crohn's. It's taught me so much. How strong of a person I could be. Just my emotions and everything. Now I'm able to talk to people. I'm able to volunteer. I volunteer at my church. I've worked at the daycare. And I've done the Take Steps walk. And what I plan to do is I want to start vlogging. And I also want to get involved into the mentorship one-on-one when somebody in the hospital with Crohn's would like to talk to somebody. I also, right now, am not working and currently am on TPN. I'm on it for 12 hours a day. The reason I'm on TPN is because my intestine has stopped working. Everything that I eat goes through me. So I do have a ileostomy now, and back a couple years ago, when I was first diagnosed and heard about the bag, I thought, oh my gosh, never would I ever have a bag. But, it's not that bad. In the hospital, they tried to do the reversal, and I had so much problems keeping it on. I had open wound next to it, and, I had poop all over me all the time. It was so devastating. But I got through it. I'm here, and by the grace of God, I thank my donor family. And I want to do so much with Crohn's to give back. I also want to do stuff with Donate Life and donor awareness, and also visit people in the hospital with care packages or just visit and talk. So I would like to come to the retreat because I seen it in the Advocate magazine, and I was like, I got to go. But the expense of it is just, I can't afford it. But I would love to come and see you all. I watched the Girls with Guts videos and read your stories and your blogs, and you're very inspiring. And I just want to meet you guys and to be able to talk openly. It was the first time I ever was able to feel a sense of somebody knows what I'm actually going through. So I would be honored to get a scholarship and come up there to Fenton, Michigan. And I would love to hear ideals and stuff of what I can do to raise awareness, what I can do to help people. So I'm looking forward to hopefully coming up there. And I just want to thank you, Girls with Guts, for organizing this retreat and for all you do. Thank you.